Teaser.
So hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Amas, aka Voro AMI, and in today's video, it actually was something that I thought we weren't going to do today. So in today's video, we went to Ikot Abasi to see the women's memorial that happened over there, where many women were taken as slaves over there. We looked at some history, we looked at different art styles. We looked at a key point in history, and history in school was my favorite subject. So being able to go out today and see that key moment of history in Nigeria was amazing, and also kind of crazy to look at too. And it was really cool seeing all these old looking buildings. We even saw one old looking car there that has not been touched at all. And one thing that's so fascinating about history is just how you can go somewhere and you can see how long a location has been, how it's not been touched at all. It still looks the same. It was great. And also being able to go out and collab with BigWillz and Reality Box, two awesome people. It was great too. I really hope I get to collab with them again in the future. But today was great. So this will be today's video. Continue having a nice week, and I'll catch y'all next time.
Because here we have a Kintaga of Opo. Yeah. Here we have the Kintaga of Opo. So he was like one of the kings that engaged in slave trade.
Okay, then this picture, this highlights how they cook back then, how they commission life, how they kind of like how we still do it today.
Yeah, we still do it.
Yeah, still do it today, using that to pound, whether it be bottle oil.
So we're going to go to the point of no return.
Yeah, I'm going to all this.
Okay, all this area, right? Okay.
This is the Lugard's house. It's not far from here.
And then this look at the canal area.
Yeah, the point of
Okay, the German
Point of
bridge
no return,
is
okay.
still.
yeah.
As the name of course implies, point of no return. It's a bridge that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last point of discharge of slaves from the very slave market and warehouse, leading slave ships eventually sailed from their fatherland into the slavery that has now become their lot and that of their children after.
So when we get there, you see the warehouse. You see the slave warehouse. See the slave warehouse. This is the first thing.
Okay, now
Yeah, Salon. Jones, Deltry, He's the first British Governor General of colonial Nigeria. Amalgamation of the Northern Ireland Saxon Protectorate on January 1st, 1914. And it also instituted the system of indirect rule. So the office is here, the Amalgamation House is here, where it's all
Started. And there's a road named after him,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
It's not far from here. I think they have palm wine here.
Palm wine? Wow.
It's like kind of
Very, very cool.
They have a palm wine joint. I don't know
Wow.
why that guy is not there today.
What
Sells palm wine there. So this is like kind of bush bar for tourists.
Okay, Bush.
Just sit down and
Sit down and like
And
eat.
chill.
Eat, right? They can eat here or no? Okay.
bamboos, they say bamboos are cool.
So they can have like a picnic here.
yeah, you can come have your picnic here too.
Wow. I even see some chairs over there. So like if you want to sit down and eat. There's some old ones over there too.
I think it's because it's Saturday they have this.
Yeah.
We also have this one, stage you look at. We also have the stamp stand. That was used by the fifth day to look at. Then here, alarm cash box.
What's that?
Alarm cash box. It's a safe.
Cash plus.
Yeah, it's a safe. Once you touch it, it's going to ring the whole place.
Oh, wow.
Then from the beginning, that somebody has touched it.
So he doesn't want people to take this one. It's not today.
You know,
You
it's
see
not
the safe. They say
Oh, okay.
more than 200 years.
Wow.
And all subtitle with the case that was used. We also have where they used to hang their suits.
Okay. Okay, that's the kind of that's enough.
Okay, this was the old one.
Then you see a brief biography of Sir Frederick Lugard, the Governor General of the Colony and Protectorate of Nigeria, 1914 to 1919. Frederick John Dietrich Lugard, known as Sir Frederick Lugard, between 1901 and 1928. Born 22 January 1858 in Madrid, which is Imo. Joining Royal Military Corps Sandals. Profession soldier, explorer, and colonial administrator. Spar of Flora Shaw. Office occupied High Commissioner of the Northern Nigerian Protectorate, 6 January 1902 to September 1912. Governor of Hong Kong, 29 July 1907 to 16 March 1912. Governor of the Colony and Protectorate of Southern Nigeria, September 1912 to December 1930. Governor of the Northern Nigerian Protectorate, September 1912 to December 1930. First Governor General of the Colony and Protectorate of Nigeria, 1st January 1914 to November 1990. Died 11 April 1945, age 87 in Dawkins, England. Then this is Flora Shaw, the lady that gave the name Nigeria. Then you see Jonathan, he was the centenary president when Nigeria was 100 years.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
So after 100 years, we will now replace
Okay.
the luckiest president.
Wow.
And Akwa was the luckiest governor to be in Nigeria when Nigeria was 100 years. And to follow that, he was the luckiest chairman.
Okay, so all these are the guys that were here when Nigeria was 100 years.
Centenary celebration.
Okay.
Yeah, because you might ask why is it not?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all this with centenary celebration. So that is it. From here, we are heading to the personal house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now be careful.
The reason.
District officer of Los Pekitek. Yeah, this was the office, the DO office. Yeah, it's now Minister of Lands and Town Planning. You see the house is still intact after many years. Still being used by Minister of Lands and Town Planning. Oh wow, that's the Atlantic.
No, it's Akwa River.
No, this is the river.
Yeah, Akwa River.
So where is the point of no return? We don't get in there.
Yeah,
We don't have a point of no return. We have bridge of no return.
No. Aba, right? Yes, right. It. All the whole things are there. From Aba. From Aba. Yes. It was former Aba province. From Aba province to Kobo province to Ikot Abasi.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is former Kobo, where King Dada of Kobo bet to do all the slave trade. Yeah. He was the merchant between the white and the black. So we are going there to
Kobo was the main matter.
yes, King Dada of Kobo.
That was the businessman who was selling people.
Oh, it was selling.
Yes, he was he was the one in charge. This was former Kobo. So he was the king of this side. The question of state have not amended that. So we are going there, you see where he was selling people, where what they do down there by the bridge.
The reason.
No, not the river, but this Imo River. Imo River. Imo River. Turning to the other side. Okay, Imo River. Was making the bridge of no return because once the slaves left of it, they were not allowed to go back and they never returned. Today you can see them look back, walk on this bridge.
Small for you. Yeah. All these people get mad.
Warehouse.
Where the slaves is.
Where they kept
Where they kept the slaves.
Where they kept
for
the
the ship.
Okay.
Okay, look at this. So, I wonder what this was.
What was this used to possibly lynch them probably?
Weigh them.
Weigh
Okay,
them.
okay, they will use that to weigh the slaves.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Then also make
Ah.
that's another compartment.
Wow. I even see some old cords. Yeah. Yeah, those are the speakers. I see the speakers. Those are the speakers right there. As you can see, here's the Women's War Memorial Museum in Ikot Abasi. I hope I said that correctly. Let me know down in the comments below if I pronounced it incorrectly. But the Women's War Museum contains a whole lot of stuff inside, such as paintings and sculptures detailing the stories of the Women's War in 1929 and the history of the people in the area. Another key item in the museum is the roll call of women who lost their lives in the protest. Close to the waterfront in Ikot Abasi is a mock gravestone of the women who died in a protest back in 1929. Now, this roll call that's in the video shot is not a list of every woman that participated in the war, because to this day, there are still some women that were never identified. Even some of the women's names that are listed on the roll call, we don't know where they originated from, which is why some of the spots on the right side is blank, because some of these women that were identified, we don't know where they originate from. So that's very sad to know of. But the origin of the story of this war goes that one of the biggest protests against colonial rule and its outrageous policies actually happened in Ikot Abasi. I hope I said that correctly. Let me know if I didn't. Located here in Akwa State, Nigeria. According to the government records from Akwa State, the protest was championed by women from the Opobo, I hope I said that correctly too, let me know, Providence, as it was called back then. The Women's War, or the Ava Women's Riot, was a rebellion in British Nigeria that occurred from November of 1929 to December of 1929. Women from the past in Nigeria gathered to protest against the colonial policy, which was imposed more taxes on women for their domestic animals, household, and other belongings. The protest brought together women from 6 different ethnic groups located in Ikot Abasi. And now I'm about to pronounce those 6 ethnic groups. Let me know if I pronounce them incorrectly, because I'm going to try my best to pronounce them right now. Igbo, Ibibio, Ogini, Adani, Bani, and Opobo. I hope I said those correctly. Let me know down in the comments below. And it was organized and led by women from Oriri, I hope I said that correctly, Oriri and Calabar provinces. A key figure in the revolt was Madame Udu Uduma, who hailed from Ikot Abasi. I hope I said her name correctly as well. She was the mother of the late legal luminary Sir Egbert, I hope I said that correctly too, Egbert Udu Uduma, who wrestled and not only seized the gun from one of the policemen, but broke it in 2 parts as well. So that shot that I have earlier in the video, that's actually a statue of her. So here's a statue depicting this iconic moment made in her honor at Ikot Abasi. Now let's talk about Nigeria's Amalgamation House that's been around since 1940, over 100 years now. The Amalgamation House is a historical location as it signified the birth of Nigeria. Lord Lugard signed the law that brought about the amalgamation of northern and southern protectorates of Nigeria in 1914, thus creating the single entity that we know today as the present-day Nigeria. Inside the building, you will find historical materials over 100 years old, such as the transmitter, radio, speaker, antiquity, telephone, and typewriter used by Lugard. When you visit the Amalgamation House, will give you the opportunity to learn about Lord Lugard, such as his residence, his administrative office, the Native Authority building, and his kitchen, along with a beach garden. The area also features the popular Bridge of No Return at the bank of Imo River and a mock grave in memory of the women's right of 1929. Now let's talk about the bridge. The Bridge of No Return was designed to enable free movement to and from the river and to enable embankment into the boats of canoes. Slaves were walked down the Bridge of No Return to the canoes of onward movement, slave ships that lay anchored at the middle of the high sea, waiting for their human cargoes for onward journey through the Atlantic Ocean to the vast plantations in Europe and the Americas. And it stated that every slave that walked down the bridge never returned. The dungeons near the bridge were meant for only carrying 5 people at a time, but the slave merchants with British locals kept about 400 slaves in each dungeon without food while waiting a ship to berth. So traveling to Ikot Abasi and seeing this historical location, it was real surreal for me, because it was just sad going to the Bridge of No Return, reading the information that was down on that list next to the Bridge of No Return, and actually walking down the bridge and then going and looking at the dungeon that kept our ancestors, our brothers and sisters for so long. It just felt so surreal. Like I can't fathom what they went through. Those days being trapped in there, the amount of them that were trapped in there, I can't fathom that at all. Like, it was to the point where myself, I couldn't even go in, because I couldn't imagine just how they felt those days being in that dungeon, not having food, not having water, not there being any space for days. I can't imagine that so much. I hope our ancestors, our brothers and sisters, I hope they're in heaven enjoying themselves now. But this trip was definitely surreal, man. Learning about the past, our people of the past in Ikot Abasi, learning about them, what the women dealt with in 1929, it was really surreal. And it really makes me humble and grateful that I know my ancestors. I know that they're from here. I know my family. It makes me feel so humble and grateful to know that information, because there's so many African Americans that are over in foreign countries that don't know their ancestors. They don't know if they're from Nigeria or from Ghana. They don't know about any of that. So I'm very grateful that I know that I'm Nigerian. I know that my family's from here. My origin stems from here. And I'm happy that I was able to go on this trip and learn about the people of our past, the history of Ikot Abasi, what our people went through just to have some freedom, their rights, the women battling against the colonial rulers for their rights. It was really a great experience learning all about that today. And besides that, we also went through the forest behind the warehouses where Lord Lugar went, and the forest around the place was very nice, but it's just so real, man. I'm just grateful that I know about my ancestors and all that, but Ikot Abasi was a really surreal experience. Going to the museum, learning about our people of the past, the women of our past, all of that, learning about all of that, going to these key locations from the past, such as the Amalgamation House, the warehouse where Lord Lugar used to live. Those were all surreal, but I hope y'all enjoyed this very long video that I put out for y'all, because I wanted to put out a very special video for y'all this week besides the Ibom beach. I hope I said that correctly. Let me know down in the comments below if I didn't pronounce that right. I wanted to give y'all another special video besides this one. And in this video, as y'all can see, I worked with BigWillz and Reality Box. Y'all make sure to subscribe to them. It was actually Gabriel, Reality Box, that went inside the dungeon to shoot the inside and how the inside looked. As you can see how our ancestors felt when they were forced to be in there for a few days without food and water. Like, it still makes me think, man. I hope they're okay in heaven. I hope they're doing well in heaven now. They're finally with the big Lord himself now. So I hope they're doing well in heaven now. But it was a great experience going to Ikot Abasi and seeing everything that I saw with my family and my friends. So definitely going to be checking out much more richer historical locations in Akwa Ibom soon. But if y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel as it helps out, and I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time. I hope y'all continue having a nice weekend, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.